Hey guys, welcome to MPAI Labs. I'm hoping you're doing okay. It's a little weird weather here, so yeah. Um, get your tea, coffee, your water, whatever you're drinking, and let's start. Last time we basically spoke about, the basics of ChatGPT, and we'll go over that. But this time we're going to talk about bad prompts and good prompts, and I'll give you like 5 ingredients that you need. For example, it seems like I took a poll that it's the mindset of actually speaking to the AI. We sometimes just type in like short inquiries, like weather today. Instead you should say, plan my week around, whatever city you're in, weather. Sometimes, a lot of people think they're going, they have this fear when they're speaking to, these LLMs like ChatGPT or even Claude, Gemini, or Grok. Don't fear. It's only a tool, okay? Um, Keep in mind, all these LLM, these AIs cannot read your mind. So therefore, you're going to have to tell them, exactly what you need, okay? And sometimes it is overwhelming, but it's fine, okay? If you don't understand anything, I'm going to show you the 5 ingredients, and you're going to ask, ChatGPT exactly what to do, and it will tell you exactly what to do. So I'm going to slow it down. Um, One of the things I am going to give you a PDF, okay? So the difference between a bad prompt and a good prompt is you can't just write, like I said, short entries, okay? You need to know who, the what, definitely the tone, the constraints, and the context, okay? So who are you? Are you a teacher, an architect? What are you trying to do, okay? This is a very important. Are you a small business? Are you a plumber? You have to tell, ChatGPT. We'll call them CT for short. I named mine, by the way. You can name yours. CT for short. Exactly what you want. So that's the who. You can be the 28-year-old teacher, trying to, get a 5-day schedule for the class. You have to know the who. Now, the what, you have to be very specific and clear, okay? The tone, you know, be professional. You want to be funny, casual, motivated. Don't worry, I have all this in a PDF. And then constraints, set word count, the budget, and also things to avoid. For example, if you're doing a YouTube, you would need give me a 1600 character for the YouTube description. They do have a specific, amount. That's going to be the constraint. The context, why do you need this? What is the situation? So you don't need all 5. You can do the who, the what, and definitely the context. Or you can do, who you are, the what, the tone, and the context. I always say you need either, 3, 4, or 5. And try not to do 2. That's like too short, in my opinion. Okay? So, real world examples between the good and the bad. Bad prompt. Write me a caption for Instagram. Okay? Well, it's going to come back with more questions if you put that in a ChatGPT. The good prompt is write me a short hype Instagram caption, for a sneaker resale dropping, for a pair of, Jordan 4, excuse me. Keep it under 20 words. Use street wear slang and end it with a call to action. Okay. This is if you're going to do social media. Okay. Why it works. You're telling, ChatGPT definitely what platform, the vibe, the product, the length, remember, and your whole goal. So pretty easy, right? So, say you're not going to use it for social media. Well, guess what? You're going to use it for email. Bad prompt. Write me an email to my boss. What's the subject? Okay, you can't just do that. Bad prompting. Okay, good prompting is write a proposal, but with a warm email to my manager asking for 2 days off next week. I have already covered my workload. Keep it short and respectful. My workplace is pretty formal. Okay. So it gives the relationship, the ask, the tone for sure. You have to keep it, that in the workplace. So CT, I was going to say ChatGPT, but CT can match your environment. So remember, bad prompt, just write me an email to my boss. Okay. You didn't get the subject. You didn't give the relationship. Definitely didn't give it a tone. And you always need a good tone if you're going to write, a good email. Okay. Next one is important. And I like this one, meal planning. Okay. So when you start, just give me a meal plan. Well, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of meal plan. Okay. That is a bad prompt. You're starting to see basically the pattern, I hope. A good prompt is give me a 5-day plan, a meal plan for dinner for a family of 2 or 3, depending on your family. Okay. We love soul food, but it's trying to eat healthier. Budget is $75 for the week, no seafood. Okay. So includes the family size, the food preference, cultural taste, the budget, the dietary relationship and time frame. That is a good meal prep. And by the way, if you want to use a CT to lose weight, you do the same thing. I'm on it. It gave me every day of what I want to eat, and I follow it, which is amazing. All right, all my side hustle people here. The next scenario is everybody want a side hustle because everything is high. But guess what? How do I make money? Okay, bad prompt, or give me ideas for making money. Bad prompt. Good prompt. Remember, we need those 5 ingredients. Is I am a 38-year-old barber with a strong local following on Instagram. Remember, always do the platform. What are 5 realistic ways that I can monetize my skills online without quitting my day job? Now, keep it practical, not guru talk. So it gives you the age, the profession, the existing audience or the actual audience you're looking for. It gave a goal count and is telling CT what not to do, like no hype. Okay, that's actually a good prompt to use if you're looking for a side hustle. Just switch out, the age, your profession, and it's going to work for you. Okay. And now, all parents, I have my godson and my niece. I've used this before, and my opinion, okay, if you're going to have your kids use any AI, please make sure that you watch them, okay? But this is for kids, homework help, because, a lot of kids out there do need help. All right. Bad prompting. Help my kid with math, okay? Help my kids with this. Help my kids with this. Help, help, help. Bad prompt. Good prompt is my 10-year-old or my 13-year-old or my 8-year-old daughter or son is struggling with long division or fractions. So that's pretty normal. He or she understands multiplication but gets confused there for the remainders. A lot of kids do that. Can you explain it step by step in ways that a fourth grader, whatever grade they're in, would understand? Use fun examples. Now, this is really good because CT will give you a step by step of whatever age group that's in, And I've used this prompt before and it works really good. So basically, why? It gives the kids age group, once again, exact topic, whatever topic that your kids are struggling in, and basically, what she already knows, he or she, and then what is basically tripping he or she up. So, perfect example. Once again, the PDF is going to be part of this video. Another thing, if you're doing an event planning, a lot of people like to do that, you know, plan a party for me. Well, what kind of party? You know, where the party's going to be? Who are we? You have to think. You can't just write, plan a party for me. Okay. You have to tell I am throwing a backyard cookout, for my wife's 40th birthday. There's going to be about, 60 guests, mostly adults, a few kids. My budget is, say, $1,000 or even $500. She loves, country music. She loves R&B, whatever. And the theme is going to be, pink or purple. Okay. Give me a checklist covering the food, the decoration, the music. Do you understand all that? That is very specific in activities. Okay. So you have the guest count, you have the budget, you have the theme preference, audience mix, very specific things, and it's going to give you a checklist. Okay. That is a good prompt. I hope you're getting exactly what I'm trying to say. Now, last thing, I know that a lot of people are using AI for, fixing their resume. You can't just type, fix my resume. Bad prompt, bad prompt. I know I sound redundant. Good prompt. I'm applying for so-and-so job, at Amazon or whatever company. I have 6 years or even 10 years experience in whatever, and here's my certification. Rewrite my resume to be, 3-4 sentence, highlighting my leadership or whatever, highlighting whatever you are strong at, and use, strong action verbs. Keep it professional. Okay. Notice that it has everything. You can have a target job, your experience, your certification, what section to fix, your length, and your tone. All that is considered a good prompt. So I will definitely, give you this. All right. So here's some tips. So first tip, talk to it like it's a person, not a search engine. Okay. Very important. Tell it what not to do is a second tip. Give it a role, act like so and so, act like a baker, act like, a technical specialist. Ask for a specific format. Give me a number list, or give it, to me in a table, or give it to me in a chart. Okay, those are good tips. Another thing is, if you're going to copy and paste, this one, if you're going to copy and paste, I feel that sometimes CT will mimic that. I need you to actually type it out. Whatever questions that you're asking CT or ChatGPT, is going to learn your style. Okay. So try to basically type it out. So the formula is act like a whatever role it is. I need you to, whatever task it is, the tone should be whatever tone it is. Keep it, put a constraint in there, 1,600 characters, the budget is 500, whatever it is. And here's my background and whatever the content is. So if you write that, it's going to give you a better output. Okay. And also, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to wrap it up. Hopefully everything worked, because last time it did not. All right. So Here is basically your browser. I use Firefox, and a lot of people will use Google. Okay. Now, if you're looking for, once again, ChatGPT, just type in ChatGPT. It should come up if you already have made an account. Okay. Click on the first one, and remember, it's going to look like this. There's always a free tier. So if you're going through something else, please make sure you go to chatgpt.com. It's free. Remember, this is where you're going to ask everything. On the left-hand side is your new chat. If you're searching for a chat, your images, your library, your apps, your deep search. So these are all the things that's going to be on the left-hand side. Okay. Now, once again, your plus sign. This is where you want to upload recent files. You can create images here. If you're going to do some deep research, go here, shopping, web search, and the more, excuse me, you study and learn. You want to do agent mode. You want to add sources, Canva, quizzes, okay? There's also a mic. So if you're, don't want to type, you can actually use your mic. And down here is your setting. We're going to go over that next time. Okay. Other than that, that is it. Remember, try to, give it good prompts, not bad prompts. Know the formula, the who, the what, the tone, your constraints, and the context. I cannot believe I'm losing my voice. Remember, bad prompt. Write me, a letter. To who? What is it about? What tone are we using? What contrast? What content are we going to include? Those are simple things that must be done, okay? Remember, stay kind and hydrate, and I will talk to you later. Bye.